up, guys? It is your boy Chase here, coming to discuss the Supreme X Champion Week 5 collab, and basically telling you who either I'm going to be copping or dropping based on my opinions on each piece. The first piece I'd like to go over is the Champion Pullover Parka. You got the black colorway, the cyan, and the red. And on the front pouch, you got the Champion standard, this logo with the kind of like a pouch to store this tiny little things, nothing too big, and then the Supreme branding on the tail on the back. It kind of reminds me of the font that they use on the Nun lawn sleeve tee, spring summer 17. I'm a big fan of that lawn sleeve shirt, but I think I'm going to pass up on this piece because it just simply isn't something I feel like is worth the price. It kind of just looks like a parka that you'd get from the PACSUN that is Champion, because they carry a lot of Champion over there, but it just doesn't seem like something worth the price at what it really is. I mean, it's got its Supreme branding on it and whatnot, but you can just get a much cheaper alternative at PACSUN and still kind of look the same. The next piece I'd like to go over is the track jacket. It's pretty standard for what track jackets are. You got the Supreme branding on the left side of the zipper, and on the back is something I actually really enjoy. It's the they did it on the hoodie too. It's the Champion on like the full print back on the sleeves as well. You're kind of showing off it's a Champion, and you got the Supreme in the front, so I kind of like that collab going on there. But the colorway I'm not a big fan of is the yellow neon kind of colorway that they got going. I got every other colorway in my style, but I'm not a big fan of the yellow one. I just feel like there's not a lot to match with unless you got like the neon Yeezys, but not everybody's got a pair of those, so that's gonna be hard to match. The next piece I'd like to go over is the hoodie. Same as the track jacket, you got the branding on the back, which I'm a big fan of, but my only problem with this hoodie is just gonna be overpriced for what it really is. Cause you got the Supreme branding on like the little kind of like the hoodie area, like next to the strings. It's just a tiny little font that says Supreme, and I feel like you can just kind of get a normal Champion sweatshirt either at like PACSUN, Foot Locker, etc., and have Champion on the front, then without the Supreme, and get it for around like 40 to 60, 80 bucks, then paying around 150 for this hoodie. And I just feel like it's not worth it for what it really is. Even though it is good quality, it is just a standard Champion hoodie, so you can just kind of get the same thing at PACSUN for what it really is. Not saying I'm not a fan of it, but it's just not saying I feel that it's worth the price. And they got some good colorways for it too though. You got the white and green, purple and white, red and white, navy white, yellow blue, black white, and then kind of a sky blue with the dark blue. Next is the sweatpants. I'm actually a big fan of these sweatpants. It's just not something I'd be able to cop because I just don't like this style of sweatpants, if that makes sense. I'm more into the skinnier fit sweatpants, so I'm kind of bummed out I'm not going to be able to kind of get this for my own taste because I know I wouldn't like myself in it. But you got the Supreme branding on the left pocket area, then the Champion going down the leg on the right side. They got good colorways. They match the track jackets. Then you got the thing I am the least fan of. You got the Be a Champion stained school crew neck, and it kind of bums me out because the colorways are really nice for this. You got the red, navy, yellow, black, gray, and purple. I'd get this in any colorway, but my only problem is I just do not like the graphic. I think the graphic is just lame. It is just not, they just didn't try with it. I know it's supposed to be ironic humor, but it's just not funny, and I feel like anybody that would walk in at the end of the day would just kind of get made fun of for this because it's just not funny, and it's just not a good graphic. I feel like they could have done better. You do have the Supreme branding in the front, and then the Champion kind of on the front as well with the Be a Champion on top of it with the ARC logo. The Stay in School kind of just kills it for me. If they just left it with the Be a Champion Supreme, I would have copped it. But anything else with this, I'm gonna have to pass and drop this. So I want to know what your opinions on this collab is. I'm a fan of it, but I'm not a fan of it. I don't think I'm gonna be copping anything this week. It is just not something that goes into my style, and especially with the prices that they got. Don't get me wrong, I know it is Champion and you can get cheaper alternatives, and I do agree with that, but usually past Champion collabs have been much better. I feel like they just didn't really try this season, but the Supreme season, summer and spring 17, they did a way better job, especially with that long sleeve tee that I missed out on. That was a very good representation of what they can do for a collab, and I think that was very nice. But this season, I don't know, it's kind of dry so far. The only good job I really thought was week 1 and week 4 with the Public Enemy drop. I copped the Terror Dome tee. That is just such a nice colorway. Before they did a bunch of nice colorways with that. They did the white, the black, the red, and the blue. And then I just thought that it was a very nice collab, especially with Public Enemy as a part 2 to the Public Enemy collab. I'm a big fan of their music as well. I love Fear of a Black Planet. So I'm glad that they did a kind of a bunch of branding with that, because not a lot of people do know about that album. Week 1 was only good because of the skateboard decks, in my opinion. I did not like the Skull Pile stuff. I'm not going to be a bandwagon with the 3-6 Mafia music video that they wore that back then. I forget what year, but I think it's just not a cool print, in my opinion. But I think that's going to be the end of this video. Let me know what you guys think about this drop that's going to be happening this week with Champion. But other than that, I'll see you guys later.